She walks in, and something in you just shuts off. Your voice gets smaller. Your brain goes blank. You rehearse a sentence you've said 1,000 times, like you've never spoken in your life. Most guys call this being shy. It's not that simple. You can be confident with friends, funny at work, comfortable around strangers. Then a woman you're attracted to walks in, and suddenly you're monitoring everything you say. That's not a personality problem. It's a signal. Something specific is happening in your nervous system, and once you understand it, the whole pattern starts to make sense. Because there's one sign almost no man admits to himself, and it's probably the real reason you're watching this. First, the lie you've been told. You're shy because you lack social skills. You don't have enough experience. You're just an introvert. Wrong. Your nervous system has learned that attention from women you're attracted to can carry risk. Not physical danger, social danger. Rejection, judgment, embarrassment, exposure. Those aren't random nerves. It's your body's alarm system treating social uncertainty like danger. And that leads to the first sign. Sign 1. You disappear. Around your friends, you're yourself. But when a woman you want to talk to enters the room, you start editing yourself before you speak. Your posture, your voice, your hands, your eye contact. From the outside, it looks like shyness. From the inside, it's a surveillance operation. You're watching yourself perform in real time. Psychologists call this self-focused attention. Instead of focusing on her, your attention turns inward. The more you monitor yourself, the less natural you become. 2. You rehearse conversations that never happen. You see her and your brain starts writing a script. What you'll say, how she'll respond, the perfect thing you'll say next. Often, it's avoidance wearing preparation's clothes. Every minute spent rehearsing is another minute spent searching for what could go wrong. 3. Your smoke detector is too sensitive. A glance at her phone becomes proof she's uninterested. A short answer becomes proof you said something wrong. Your brain starts interpreting ambiguous signals as threats. And here's the trap. Every time you avoid, your anxiety drops. Your brain experiences that relief as evidence. Good call, we escaped. So next time, the alarm becomes even more sensitive. 4. You've made her the judge and yourself the applicant. You might not think she's better than you, but the moment you're genuinely attracted to her, her opinion suddenly carries enormous weight. You've handed a stranger the authority to decide whether you're interesting, attractive, or worth something. Once she's the judge, you're not having a conversation. You're in an interview. You stop asking, "Do I like her?" and start asking, "Will she like me?" That one flip changes everything. Attraction makes her opinion important. Her opinion becomes a test. The test makes you monitor yourself. Self-monitoring makes you anxious. And anxiety makes you retreat. What you called shyness was actually a loop. You put her on a bench you built yourself, then climbed into the witness stand. Stop treating attraction like an evaluation of your worth, and the pressure begins to disappear. 5. You avoid the women you actually want. The more you care, the more likely you are to avoid her. You tell yourself you'll approach when you're more confident, when you know what to say, when you're ready. But confidence usually doesn't come before action. It gets built by action. Every time you avoid, your brain logs the relief as a successful escape, and the fear gets stronger for next time. Eventually, avoidance feels automatic, and that's when protection becomes a prison. So what does this cost you? Over time, you may stop calling it fear and start calling it a preference. I'm just not that into relationships. Sometimes it's a story your brain built so avoidance would feel like a choice instead of a wound. It's what that freeze becomes if you let it run for years. How can you actually fix it? Firstly, change the goal. Stop trying to impress her. Start trying to learn one real thing about her. Your nervous system relaxes the second the stakes drop from "prove I'm enough" to "get curious." Secondly, catch the commentary. When you notice yourself monitoring your voice or her reaction, say, "That's the commentary." Then redirect your attention to what she's actually saying. Thirdly, get small reps. Say hello, ask a question, and stay through the discomfort instead of escaping. Fourthly, speak before it's perfect. Your brain needs to learn one thing: imperfect does not mean dangerous. The truth underneath it all is that you were never broken. Your brain was trying to protect you from something that once felt risky. The problem isn't that the alarm exists, it's that it never got the memo that the danger passed. Real confidence isn't the absence of nerves, it's staying in the conversation while the nerves are there. You don't need to become a man who never feels nervous around women. You need to become a man who no longer interprets nervousness as a command to retreat. So next time that tightness appears, don't ask, "How do I make this feeling disappear?" Ask, "What story is my mind telling me right now?" Because that story is where the real work begins. If you want more psychology videos that explains why we act the way we do, subscribe to Psyche Override.